class, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to aplusstudents.com. You need to go to the website. Once you're on the website, you need to select math as your subject. This is a grade 2 maths lesson, and the name of the topic is units of measurements. We have done the lengths previously. Today we would look at the weights. Okay, so I'll give you the chapter number and the lesson number. The chapter number is 19 and the lesson number is 7. Chapter number 19, lesson number 7, and the name of the lesson is which metric unit of weight, calculating the weight of different objects, okay, is appropriate, is a better option. And since it says a question, we put a question mark. Okay, so let's go to chapter 9, grade 2, chapter 19, lesson number 7. Okay, so let me copy the first question. Okay, before doing the first question, let's look at the difference. Okay, kilo. A kilo means the word kilograms. Okay, kilo means 1,000. Okay, kilo would mean 1,000. Okay, and grams is a unit of measuring the weight. So we can say, and kilogram is also written as kg. Okay, kilograms. So we can say that 1 kilogram should be equals to 1,000 grams. Okay, 1 kilogram is equals to 1. Hi Tess, everyone. So considering this basic conversion, okay, you can weigh in pounds and kilograms. There are two quantities for us. Okay, so we're looking at kilograms for now. That means if I had 1 gram was this circle, right? Okay, then 1,000 circles. If we take 1,000 circles, right? Just a moment, please. I'll just try to paste over here. I cannot make 1,000 of these, but having 1,000 of these circles would mean it equals to 1 kilogram. Let's see. Let's do the comparison. Let's. Hi, Cordova. So the question we have, it says, which is a, they have given us different scenarios in which we need to see which is a better measure. Okay, a pack, which is the best estimate for the weight of a backpack full of books, right? I'll give you an example first. See, 1 grain of rice, right, can be considered as 1 kilogram. Oh, sorry, 1 gram. My bad. Again, sorry. 1 grain of rice can be considered, we'll consider as 1 gram. A kilogram would mean a cake, or what else could it be? Okay, a kilogram would be, we can say, 1, let's suppose the minimal weight, 1 watermelon. Okay, can be 1 kilograms. If we use these comparisons for us, something which is very small would be in grams, something which has a lot of weight would be in kilograms. Okay, for the question number one, it says which is a better estimate for the weight of a backpack, a bag full of books, right? Which is a better measure? Would it be uh, 2 kg or 2 grams? So we know that a weight of the book, hi precious. So we know that a weight of a book cannot be in grams, right? So we would say 2 kilogram is a better estimate. Estimate means the closest value. Estimate for the weight, okay, of a backpack full of books. Okay, we don't have to write the statement. I just wrote it once. Okay, thank you, precious. 2 kilogram would be a better measure. Okay, for the next question, it says which is a better measure for the estimate for the question number two. And in question number two, they're asking us piece of candy corn or cotton candy or any other candy, right? So let's suppose the two options given to us are again 2 kilograms or 2 grams. So which is a better estimate? Semi. Semi, which is a better measure? Can a candy weigh more than 2 watermelons? No, it should not, right? So we can say that. Agreed? So we can say 2 grams is a better estimate. Why? Because 2 kilogram is too heavy. Agreed? 2 kilograms would be too heavy to be a single. Yes, thank you. So over here, what we need to see is which would be heavy, which would be lighter. Okay. Okay. For the next question, it says question number three. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a? I'll write down the next part of the question. For the weight of a crayon. Okay, it's okay. Of a crayon. Would it be better 6 kilograms of a crayon or 6 grams of a crayon? Which is a better measure? Can a crayon that you use to color weigh 6 kilograms or 6 grams? So we know that a crayon has to be lightweight because we need to lift it up. So we can say 6 grams is a better estimate, and we can say 6 kilogram is very heavy. Yes, thank you. Moving ahead, it says Okay. For those who do skateboarding, they would know the weight. Question number 4. Skateboard. Can a skateboard be 3 grams or 3 kilograms? Thank you, May. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Cordova. Semi, what should be the answer? Which is a better estimate for the weight of a skateboard? Can a skateboard, yes, Cordova, thank you. Because we can say 3 gram is too light. You cannot have 3 grams. So you saying 3 kilograms. So we can write 3 kilogram is a better estimate. Okay, sometimes we need to give the reason why we are not using 3 grams, right? So if we are selecting 3 kilograms, we just simply can also write because 3 grams is too light to be the weight of a skateboard, right? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Moving ahead to the next question. Let's see what they're asking us in question number 5. The question number 5, weight of a raisin. Okay. So what would be the preferred weight of a raisin? Can it be 2 grams or 2 kilograms? These things in these questions would be our everyday using things that we might be using on everyday basis. Okay. The weight of a raisin is very small, right? Yes. Thank you, Cordova. Thank you, May. So a raisin is very small, and we can simply write 2 kilogram is very heavy. Okay. Therefore, 2 gram is a better, better estimate. Okay. Thank you, Valerie. Which is a better estimate for the weight of a coffee table? Question number 6. Can a can a coffee table be 12 kilogram or 12 grams? I'm just writing G for grams, okay? This is GRAMS, grams. This is kilograms. The weight of a table, the table has to be heavy, right? So if it needs to be heavy, we need to say 12 kilogram is a better estimate, while 12 gram is very lightweight. Okay. Valerie, don't. Okay. Thank you. Okay. We did a coffee table. Let's look at a coffee mug. Let's say question number 7. A coffee mug or a cup. Okay. So can we say 100 grams or 100 kilograms? Which one is a better measure? Valerie, what should be the better measure for the weight of a coffee mug? Oh no, I said 100. Okay, it's it's 100 kilograms. Oh yes, thank you, Koda. Thank you, Precious. It cannot be 100 kilograms. A coffee mug. See, we took an example. We took an example that we considered 1 grain of rice to be 1 gram. We consider, and we considered one watermelon to be 1 kilogram. So, can a coffee mug be heavier than coffee mug? Can a coffee mug be heavier than 100 watermelons? No, it cannot be, right? So, it has to be 100 grams. See, if I would say the weight of a lion, then we can say 100 kilograms, right? But for a coffee mug is something you pick very easily, right? So we can say 100 kilogram is very heavy. We would not be able to. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We are learning here. I as a teacher, sometimes I also write the wrong, right? It's okay as long as we are. Okay. Thank you. Let's move ahead. Let's have a. Okay. The next one they are saying is a weight of a toothbrush. How heavy can a toothbrush be? So this would be our question number 8. Weight for a toothbrush. And they are saying that is 17 grams better estimate or 17 kilograms a better estimate for a toothbrush. You need to remember the use. 17 kilograms would be like heavier like than your bicycle, right? Way heavier than your bicycle. So you cannot use a toothbrush which weighs heavier than your bicycle just to brush your teeth, right? So it has to be the lighter weight. Thank you. Yes, we agree on this, that the 17 gram is a better estimate for the weight of a toothbrush, while 17 kilogram is too heavy. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, May. Yes. Oh, Valerie, when you wrote first now, we do not use capital letters for grams. It has to be small. First, you wrote 17 with a small g, right? So we would always write a small g because the capital G is used for something else. Okay, when we are doing sciences, we would understand capital G would be used for gravity. Okay, therefore we always write a small g. Okay, what is a bit? Which is a better estimate for the weight of a washing machine, the laundry machine? Sorry, would it be 49 kilograms? Would it be 49 grams? Which seems to be a better? No, Valerie, your answer was perfectly correct. 17 gram was perfectly correct, right? But I'm just saying we do not use a capital alphabet. Capital means the bigger G. We don't use that, right? We use the smaller G for the, see, you did not see me writing 17 grams, right? I am not using this. I'm using the smaller G over here. Okay. Thank you. Your answer was perfectly correct, right? Thank you, Cordova. That means a washing machine has to be bigger in size. Precious over here. Okay. So we can say 49 kilogram is a better estimate, whereas 49 gram is very lightweight. Yes. Thank you, May. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Cordova. Okay. Let's have a look at more examples. Okay, you do not know what the DVD player is. Okay, let's see what is a better estimate for a slice of bread. Just a moment, please. Okay, I'll explain you one question. It's a DVD player also. Do you know what is a DVD player? Bit of a DVD player. Okay, DVD is a CD, kind of a CD, right? CD was the round thing which glows, right? A reflective, right? So which is a better weight for a DVD player? That means digital video decoder. And which would be a better weight? Put a 3 kilogram or 3 grams. A DVD has to be heavy. Player has to be, the DVD itself is very lightweight, but the player has to be heavier, right? So we can say that a DVD player, or it's like a TV. TV has to be big, right? So we can say 3 kilogram is a, now they do not have DVD players anymore, right? I just did this question just so that to explain you. DVD player. Player means like an audio box, like a DJ box, right? It has to be very big. If I would say weight of a CD, one CD, 3 grams is perfect, right? Precious and Cordova. But I'm using the words DVD player over here that plays the, okay? So 3 kilogram is a better estimate, while 3 gram is too light, okay? Light in weight. But if I would change the question and say, which is a better estimate for a CD, that is like just a CD, then still I had the same options. That was 3 kilogram and 3 grams. CD is something that stores memory, right? Like a hard disk on your laptop, hard disk in your phone, right? So it has to be very lightweight. In question number 10, it was a player which plays like the DJ box. But have you seen they have a round disc that they used to scratch? That is called the CD. So the CD has to be, CD, it's, yes, thank you, Precious. CD is very lightweight. 3 grams is a better estimate for a CD, while 3 kilogram is very heavy. Okay. The technology changes with time, and mostly like 90% of you would not have seen that, right? Very rare. But you can always ask an elder if they have, so you would know what exactly is a CD, right? Okay. How heavy do you think a slice of bread can be? Can it be 29 grams? Can it be 29 kilograms? May it has to be, see, DVD player is 3 kilograms, whereas just one DVD is 3 grams. Okay, very good. Why not 29 kilograms? Cordova, why not 29 kilograms? Because when we take a loaf of bread, right, a slice of bread, it has to be lightweight. If it's 29 kilograms, we would need so many people just to pick up the bread, right? So we know that 29 grams is a better estimate. Why? Because 29 kilogram is very heavy. Okay. Yes, too heavy. Thank you. Okay. A few more questions, then we'll go there to the test. Okay. The next question says, what is a better measure for the weight of a pencil? Okay. 4 grams or 4 kilograms? Yes, thank you. It's too heavy. Thank you, May. Thank you, Cordova. Thank you, Precious. Valerie, can I have the answer to this? Which is a better estimate for the weight of a pencil? Yes, thank you, Cordova. Thank you, May. Because the pencil cannot, if 1 kilogram was the weight of a watermelon, right? We took that example. Then a pencil cannot weigh more than 4 watermelons, right? We're just taking a rough estimate. A pencil has to be lighter in weight so that you may lift and you may write. Agreed? So we say, thank you for the answer. 4 gram is a better estimate, while 4 kilogram is too heavy. Thank you, May. Thank you, Cordova. Okay, let's have a look for the next. Okay. The next one, they give us a watermelon. Okay. So question number 14 says, weight of a watermelon. Okay. So the weight of a watermelon could be 3 grams or 3 kilograms. So we know that a watermelon has to be heavy, right? Compared to a grape. Okay. If I'll just do over here. Question number 15. A grape, right? If you're using a single grape, and we again say this was 3 grams and 3 kilograms, right? So when we are comparing these, both of them are fruits, right? But the weights of the fruits are very different, because a watermelon can be 3 kilograms, is a better estimate for a watermelon because 3 gram is very light. But at the same time, if we consider a different fruit, if we are considering a grape, right? Just one piece of grape, right? One bud of grape. That would mean, have you ever seen a 3 kilogram weighing grape? A bunch of grape can be 3 kilograms, but a single piece has to be lighter in weight, right? If we buy a kilo or half a kilo, right? That means it has hundreds of grapes in it, right? That means for a grape, even though they both were fruits, right? So we say for a different fruit, that is grape, 3 grams is a better estimate because 3 kilogram is too heavy. Okay. Okay, let's have a look at some other questions. Let's try them quickly. Choose the suitable units. Just a moment. Sorry. Question number 16. Let's do them quickly. Okay. So for a paintbrush, if we had a paintbrush, which is a better estimate? A paintbrush would be grams or kilograms? No, May, don't. May, paintbrush, can you just write paintbrush, grams or kilograms? Paintbrush with a G or paintbrush with a kg? Yes, thank you. A paintbrush has to be in grams. We cannot take kilogram. What about a bed? Can you write the name of the object also? So I will not get confused. Like if you're giving the answer for bed, you can say it can be grams, right? So write bed and grams, bed or kilograms, okay? What about the bed? Bed, the size of the bed. What should be the size of the bed? Yes, thank you. Bed cannot be in grams, it has to be. What about this kitten or a lion? I don't know. Okay, thank you. What about this kitten? A kitten would be grams or kilograms. If this is a kitten, not a lion. We are considering this as a kitten, right? What about the kitten? If you have a cat as a pet, if it weighs a lot of kilograms, no, Valerie, it has to be kilogram for the bed. Okay, the bed can, yes. If it's a kitten, I'm not doing a lion over here, right? So if it's a kitten, if it's a kilogram, can it, yes, grams. Cordova, Valerie is right, right? A kitten has to be in grams because it's lighter in weight and you can easily lift it up. If a kitten would be 10 kilograms, it's not easy for us to lift up a kitten, right? So a kitten would be in grams. Kitten, I'm not saying a lion, just a small cat, right? The butterfly. What about the butterfly? Let's see. No, Semi. A butterfly has to be very lightweight. What about a paperclip? What about paperclip? No, Semi. A paperclip has to be in grams. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, May. Thank you, Precious. Bus. How heavy can a bus be? The weight of the bus can be. Yes, the bus cannot be in grams, right? It has to be kilograms. A box of cereal. This is cereal. Box of cereal. A box of cereal would be. Box of cereal can be. It can be in kg, right? Yes, thank you. Maybe 1 kg or 2 kg, right? But smaller values in kilograms. What about the cat? We saw a kitten. Let's look at a cat. A cat could be 1 kg, right? Or 2 kg. See, a box of cereal sometimes is 600 grams, or sometimes it can be 1200 grams, right? 1.2 kilograms, right? So it can be, it's semi, don't. Some box is usually heavier because you're buying a box, you're not buying a small pack, right? If you're buying a box, it would last for many days, at least 4 or 5 days or a week, right? So we consider a bigger quantity. A cat would be, a kitten was in grams, the cat can be in kilograms, but smaller values of kilogram. Not like we cannot say 900 kilograms, right? That's perfect. But we can say 2 kilograms, right? That's a smaller value. What about the watermelon? We know that watermelon has to be, yes, thank you. It has to be in kilograms. What about a mango? Is it a mango or a lime? Oh, it's a lime. Okay. I'll just write down lime over here. It's not a mango. The lime has to be, cannot be. We squeeze a lime. We cannot squeeze. Okay. About a postcard. This is a postcard. What you do is when you travel to different places, they have a postcard, right? A piece of paper that has a picture of a local place. You post it to your friends and your family, right? A postcard is a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper. That means it has to be very light. Thank you, Mary. Whereas a bicycle cannot be in grams. It has to be in kilograms. Maybe 1 kilogram, 5 kilograms, right? Nathan, focus, please. Okay. So let's try some questions from the test. Okay. Just a moment, please. I have to go to chapter 19, grade 2, chapter number 19, lesson number 7, and the test. Okay. Okay. The question says, Which is a better estimate for the bag of groceries? Let me just copy, paste. If this is our first question for the test, okay, let's see what is a better option over here. This says a bag of groceries. Bag of groceries. Okay. So question number 1 from the test. Which is the better estimate for a bag of groceries? 4 grams. Yes, thank you so much. 4 grams. You sure? For a bag of groceries. Okay, I'll give you an example. What we are saying is when we say 4 grams, that means 4 grains of rice. Would a bag of grocery weigh? Yes, thank you, Koda. Precious, would a bag of grocery weigh like 4 grains of rice? It says groceries. Okay. So when we are talking about groceries, groceries would have a lot of things. It has to be in kilograms, right? Do we agree? It has to be 4 kilograms. Okay. Again, they are giving us the weight of the slice of bread. And the options given are 29 kilograms and 29 grams. Let's see. For question number 2, if these are the options given to us. This was our question number 2. What should be the possible answer for this? Yes, thank you, Michael. Precious, what about question number 2? Just a few minutes more. We're just practicing a few questions, okay? For some people, these topics would be very easy. For some people, it might be difficult. That's why we have to do the maximum number of examples that we can cover, okay? Thank you. Cordova? Oh, thank you. A slice of bread would be 29 grams. Perfect. Let's have a look at the next question. The next question says, which is a better estimate for the weight of a raisin? Question number 3. A raisin cannot be, raisin is something that we eat, right? As a whole. It has to be lighter. A raisin is a dried grape. So it has to be very light in weight. Semi, don't please. Can I have the answer to? Yes. 2 grams. Thank you, Cordova. The weight of the raisin has to be 2 grams, okay? Okay, agreed. Moving on ahead. So the next question says, which is a better estimate for the weight of a pencil? Okay. Thank you, Precious. It's correct. So if I would say we need to find the weight of a pencil. Question number 4. Can a pencil be heavier, like if it says 4 kilograms? A pencil be heavier like for watermelons? A pencil has to be what kind of weight for us to work with a pencil? Yes, thank you. Because your answer is perfect, Cordova and May. Because 4 kilogram is a very heavy weight, right? So we say it's just 4 grams. Okay. These were the few examples we went through. We compared different objects and their weights. We don't want to know the exact weight, but for now, what we want to know is which unit should be used, kilograms or grams. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. Best of luck. Take care. Bye.